Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Wow. Damn, this episode was something. You know, I, I don't even know where to begin. Two, I saw some comments online, and some people, or at least one person was not there saying that this didn't need to be one whole story. But every person in this episode connected to this story. So I don't really understand. I think I kind of have an idea. Um, but I didn't really understand the complaints though. So everyone in that room, everyone in Deception, heard what Natalia said, and I'm going to be honest. This is one of those things where it's like every time you hear that recording, it just makes you feel so uncomfortable. Like looking at everyone's facial expression. Even Scotty was in the background like, "Oh God, this is bad." So after they play the recording, Blaze is pissed, right? She goes off into her and she's like, I knew you had, a problem, but, I never knew it was like that bad, right? And hell, and this is something even Sonny said when because Sonny called over Diane for, to get sole custody, right? And during this whole conversation, she gets a call from Alexis. And, when Sonny finds out, Sonny's like, yeah, I mean, I know she had kind of a problem, but I ain't know it was like that bad, But yeah, Blaze goes off on her. Maxie is just pissed, right? And at first she says something that I didn't understand until later on in the episode when, she talks about how the company is very gay friendly and everything like that. And she said like the company didn't want to associate with somebody who was ashamed of themselves. And basically was like, either you and Blaze need to either get with the program or kick rocks. Now Lois comes in there. Lois like, hey, let's just kind of chill out for a minute. Let's just take a breath. Let's just take a beat. Let's not say anything that's gonna be like hurtful. I'm like, Lois, if you don't get your narrow ass back there somewhere, and she was like, no, I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. And Lucy chimes in, and now at some point Natalia's like, oh, you're not going to get rid of me, and this, that, and the third. And, it's going to be a big mistake, and I'm going to fight you on this. And she leaves. But it turned out that Maxie was sitting there hoping that Natalia would sacrifice herself and be like, you know what, listen, let me not be her manager. And, you could just find somebody else. This way, Blaze don't have to leave. But she didn't do that. Because I'm pretty sure it's be a lot harder to entangle both of them than it is to just, hopefully that she would just leave. But no. So she leaves. She goes to Sunny. Sunny looks at her like you would look at throw up, you know? Like it's just vile and disgusting. The thing, okay, I'm going to sit there and play a little bit of devil's advocate. I'm pretty sure this may get me in trouble, but you know what? I don't really give a shit. Now, as bad as as bad as the stuff that Natalia was saying, it was nothing compared to the comments that Christina had to sit there and read. I'm not going to sit there and repeat them. Like, just reading those just made me uncomfortable. The thing about Natalia, right? Like, it's one thing if you're just like, hey, listen, for X amount of reasons, I don't agree with that lifestyle, but I'm not going to sit there and judge you. It is what it is, right? But it was just the nasty comments, the talking down to them like they weren't real people. That is what's so disturbing and so uncomfortable about what she said. Not the fact that, okay, listen, it's just not my thing and this it's whatever, but I respect you, like it's just not my thing. But it's the way that she comes after people of the LGBT that just makes you hearing it just so uncomfortable. But what Natalia really did was, she really messed up. Like, she looks like a god awful person, and also she outed her daughter before she was ready to come out, and some of the vile, hateful comments that people were sitting there saying was terrible. You literally managed to ruin your daughter's career way faster, than if she would have came out and people might have accepted her and people would have might not accepted her. Like it was just ugly, you know. And I feel like she did just oof, you really wrecked that woman's career. Um, which by the way, Christina's like, and also messed up Christina. Because now, she's like, they're not going to even let me in the doors. And there's another article, whatever, or another subpart of people sitting up there saying they don't want her running the LGBT and just all sorts of hateful things. Um, it's like now she's screwed as well. So at some point, Blaze knocks on the door. I guess she must have had a key and just came in. And Christina didn't even hear her knock on the door. So, she apologizes for her mother. She talks about how pretty much her careers are what they both been canceled. It's actually really interesting. Just on a side note, he actually did use the word Instagram. I remember when I was watching it, there was one point they called it My Face. Like Facebook and MySpace. Yeah, they called it MySpace. Now they just literally sit there and say TikTok and Instagram. Just thought that was interesting. Um, Blaze is like, I don't know if there's a way for us to move forward with my career and everything like that. And, she's like, wow, Christina was like, I'll find a way. I was like, uh, not that that's not a good idea, but you got a lot going on right now. You got a lot going on. That's a whole lot for any person, especially a person who is pregnant. You got a lot going on right now. But Natalia comes over. Yeah, Natalia comes over, and Sunny is just like disgusted with her. But when Natalia went in the car, I guess to try to go talk to Sunny, she realized who was recording that tape. And it was, she tells him that it was Ava. Alexis talks to Dwight, and after this back and forth conversation of about consent and not consent, and consent and first party state and everything like that, Alexis is like, that may be true, but you recorded Desire, who is not a public figure. And you just open yourself up to a lawsuit, but I'll let that go. Just give me a name and work this out. Now Ava's sitting there sweating bullets. And what I don't understand is why did she do it? What was the motive for putting that out there? Because what is that supposed to do to Sunny? Like if, I don't understand how this is supposed to um, get at Sunny. I mean, she even sat there and said she didn't want to hurt Christina. But you did it anyway. So I don't understand how you didn't want to hurt somebody, but you did it anyway. I don't understand her motivation for why she did it. But Alexis knows and Sunny knows. And when Dwight, was in the Metro Court, Metro Pool or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, charge my tab to Nina Reeves. I was like, oh, okay. I guess when he gets that pink slip, she handles off that tab. Good luck. I thought Sonny was going to visit him. But it was Alexis. Um, Now the whole team is trying to figure out what to do. Um, Public statement to come out, and it's crazy because here's the I mean, granted they can't drop, they're not going to drop Blaze, but they couldn't even if they wanted to because the optics would just look bad. Just to get rid of Natalia. Like, hey, listen, Blaze, you cool, but Mom Duke's got to go, and if that means you gotta sit there and send you packing to get rid of your nasty ass mom, then that's what we're gonna do. They can't do that. So what do they do? What are they gonna do? They're just I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do. We will find out tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's about it. I'm still sitting there thinking about um. Well, I'm actually sitting there giving Natalia the business, but she was just in control. She was just on fire. Um, and Lois came in, started chiming in. I was like, just go back there and I don't know, twiddle your thumbs or something. But they had a PR team that they don't have anymore. Max was like, "You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do this." I was like, "Guys, I see you. Max taking charge. I like that. It's a good look for her." I feel like that's about it for the most part. I'm gonna miss like one or two things, but that was the essentially the gist of the episode. Which, as I did say, I enjoyed it. I never actually fast forward through commercials so much in my life. Not just because it's like 6:30 right now, but just I couldn't wait to sit there and see the next scene, and I haven't felt that way in too long, which is not saying something, which is not saying a lot for GH, but I enjoyed this episode. I know it's going to be polar, dividing or whatever, but I enjoyed it. So good job. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. If I missed anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born Beautiful, Young and Restless. I'll see you in the next video.